Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Welcome to Let's Keep It Real. And we're going to touch just a little bit on confusion causes more confusion. How's everybody doing this morning? How's it doing this morning? How is everyone doing? Okay, let me change this channel. Confusion. I'm seeing a lot of confusion going on out here, and I don't know. I guess some people forgot the message, get in, get out. Don't marinate in whatever's going on. Why? Because you're going to carry that over into your daily life. It's going to affect your daily life or not. And is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? I don't think so. Confusion causes more confusion. I don't even know what's going on, to be honest. I'm just sitting here, different channels, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff that's going on, and just a friendly reminder, and keep it moving. When you allow yourself to sit and marinate in whatever's going on, it's going to start wreaking havoc in type of energy into your life. And I've talked about this before, so I think it's a great time to talk about it again. Do not allow things to end that isn't needed. If it's not your fight, then, what do you fight for? You get what I'm saying? If it's not your fight, if it's not something that you need to learn a lesson from, why are you getting into it? We all have people we know, situations that arise. That doesn't mean that we have to get in it. So with that being said, um, people have things to say a lot of times. That's just a part of life. People are going to have things to say. But the important thing, good morning, Sharonda, the important thing to remember is that, um, that old saying, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Yes, words can get you mad. Yes, words can get you angry, but you got to remember the deception part of it. It's all designed to keep you in chaos and confusion. Like that old song by Phyllis Hyman, seems like I'm going through changes, living in confusion. It's too early for me to be trying to sing that song. But yeah, like Phyllis Hyman said, it seems like she's going through changes, living in confusion. Uh, get back on track. Take a step back, get back on track. Yeah, good morning, Gail Good Eats. I put my glasses on. So you gotta remember that. I know I used to love that song. So this, like I said, just a reminder that yeah, I want to watch a haunting. This one show that show called The Haunting. I want to watch it, but I can't find it. I want to watch something scary and creepy, and that's gonna make you jump out of your skin. But I'm trying to find something good like that to watch. Maybe The Conjuring, stuff like that. I love movies like it. Sidebar. But yeah, just keeping in mind, you gotta you got to remind yourself of the objective. What's the real point? What's the whole point of doing something? Whatever it is that you're doing, what's the whole point of it? You got to often take steps back and get off your journey. And we often have done that in life, and they jump on a path that, has nothing to do with them, or they jump on a path that doesn't involve them, meaning it don't involve you elevating and moving up and ascending in your goals and your journeys and your aspirations, then it ain't got nothing to do with you. It don't have nothing to do with you. And should you partake in it? Of course not. So yeah, this is just the, friendly reminder to take a step back and remind yourself of what the goal is, what the purpose is to whatever it is that you're doing. I'm not saying things don't come up, and I'm not saying some things don't need to be addressed. I'm saying get in and get out and keep it moving because, again, basically what that means, in my opinion, different people might have different takes on it. You haven't resolved things and moved on. You don't know how to move on. So guess what? You just fester in the past and live in confusion because living in the past is not going to cause anything but a bunch of confusion. And then you wondering why you're stagnant. Then you wonder why you can't elevate, ascend. You wondering why things aren't going your way. Well, baby, you stuck. You stuck and you don't even know you stuck. You know, before you get stuck. You get what I'm saying? Take a step back before you get actually today. Well, I was saying about CJ being humbled and going to Good Morning, Michelle Thomas. CJ going to being humbled. He's went to return to humble beginnings. That's because he did not realize, living in confusion, he did not realize as to, well, he realized it in a sense, but he wasn't paying attention. Let me say, look what has happened. I was saying it all along. I'm like, this has got to stop at itself. Hopefully he does take a good look at himself and realize the error in his ways and straighten up. Because again, otherwise, when you get sitting like that, that's when the universe has said, you know what, I have tried. I have tried to work with you. I've tried to help you. I try to give you some chances, but now I'm gonna have to do it the hard way. Um, hard head makes soft bottom. So that's basically what has transpired. He's had to be set down, and in relation to what's the lives and everything that's going on now with situations. Don't let that be you. Don't allow that to be you. Again, that's not what you're here for. Um, is it really that important? Royalty's doing fine. She ain't worried about anything that anybody else is saying. People gonna always have things to say, but is it that important to involve yourself to the point where it starts affecting you? I don't think so. And in case some people may not understand that or, see that big picture right now, is it that important? It's not. It's not that important. You got SHIT to do. You got things to do. You got people to see, places to go. Um, um you trying to ascend in your life, so is it worth getting caught up in any type of situation that is not healthy? If it's not bringing positive energy towards you and and helping you to emit positive energy, baby, you got to get out of that. You got to get out of that because trust and believe it will snatch hold of you and you ain't gonna know what happened. You're gonna be turning around, spinning around, trying to figure out what happened, what's going on. Uh-uh. And then, like I said, it's just gonna keep on going because people don't pay attention and people don't listen. You see it all the time in people's everyday lives. Crash and burn, crash and burn. People are so caught up in whatever they see that's going on and they keep forgetting to look past and get the real story, get the real picture. Hey, this is designed to distract me. This is designed to get me off track. Hey, what am I doing? What? Oh, hold on, hold on. Let me backtrack. Let me get backtrack and be like, and say to myself, what's my real goal? What's my real purpose? Sometimes you got to have these types of talks to yourself. When he was doing his last video moving out, he's still blaming royalty. And guess what? Gail's Good Eats saying and guess what? The fact that he keeps putting those little punchlines, I seen all of it. The little punchlines that show he's showing the universe that okay, I try to give you this chance. I didn't take everything away from you. I didn't teach you the harsh realities of life, but I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna allow you your free will because you're allowed free will, regardless of all the signs you've been shown. You're allowed free will to make your own decisions. That's one thing you do have the right to do. But then when your free will takes you all the way down and you don't know how to get out, that's generally how it happens. And you don't know how to get out because you done kept on pushing the limit. Those are some of the things that happen. But yes, I've seen all of that. So for his sake, I hope it does get better. Because the crash and burn is not cute. It's not fun. We've all seen that in people that we know their lives. We've all known people that are so cocky. They thought they had it going on. They thought they, what, didn't stink. And then when they crash and burn, no one is to blame but that person because they didn't catch it. They didn't get it. And there's no excuses nowadays to say I didn't learn that, or to say that I was ignorant to that, meaning I didn't learn. There's no excuses today because the opportunities are out there every day. You're shown signs every day of how to get back on track. I'm looking at this little red cardinal bird right outside, sitting on the shed. There's no excuses. So the signs is there all the time. Meaning, for example, if I talk about something that's negative and I know that, I shouldn't go too far with it, I start seeing numerology numbers. I start seeing numbers that are significant to meaning. Get off that subject, get back on the path that you were on. We all see that. So, it's very important to pay attention. It's very important for that. He is showing that he still hasn't learned his life lessons yet. Good morning, Liz. Good morning. So yeah, it's important to, we can say that we want him to learn and get the lesson, but it's really, again, up to him. It's his free will and what he decides to do with it. Like I said, he's still blessed and to be able to have a roof over his head. Think of how many people. Y'all remember that couple? It's been a couple of months ago. It might have been a little longer than that, but I just seen it pop up in my news feed again on online, and it was a couple who they had lost their jobs in a hospital and they had kids, and they decided and they made a pact to black couple. They decided and made a pact to unalive themselves and the whole family, and they did it all because things didn't work out the way they wanted. Can you imagine deciding something like that and not giving these other individuals that you brought into this world, you took their opportunity. You took their free will away to be able to have a chance to experience life and to learn. They took that away all because they didn't get what they wanted. You know how selfish that is? You know, just had to pray for them. Yeah, you know how selfish that is, you all? So that's why I say that, that's why I'm talking about this subject, because it's imperative to get those lessons and move on and keep on going. Don't stay get it nor negative. When you entertain it, you inviting it into your life. Again, you telling the universe, this is what I like, this is what I love. Royalty's gone. She's moving on. Yes, she hears things. Yes, she addresses things. But guess what she does different? She gets in and she gets out. She don't stay in it. That's the part that a lot of people have got to learn and understand. You got to get in and get out, because you're going to bring more confusion to your life. And you're going to start wreaking havoc in your life when you don't get that part. Again, these is lessons for everybody to see and everybody to learn. Get in and get out, meaning you can address something and keep it moving. Confusion can't stay where it's not welcome. When it's not welcome, it ain't allowed to stay. You see what I'm saying? So that's I just felt the need to bring it to the forefront, because this whole internet thing, it can be a great thing, but also it can be, a bad thing if people don't utilize it effectively. Don't let it master you. Don't let yourself be the slave to it. You be the master of it. You see what I'm saying? People can get turned around so quick, and then stuff happens, and then you don't understand or know where this came from or how this happened or what's going on with my life, because you invited that negative energy. Like we was talking about a couple days ago, people were saying, I hear a knock at the, let me knock on some wood. I hear a knock at the door, and nobody's there, whatever. And like we were saying before, you don't answer that. You entertain, and certain entities, they got to get permission to come into your life. And then when you allow it to come into your life, i.e., entertaining it, you welcomed it in. You know? That's it right there. She didn't say, and she don't stay in it. That's why she is constantly, thank you, moving forward and experiencing her opportunity. She doesn't stay in it. She got that. She knows that. She understands that. She's spiritually intuitive. Okay. That's one of the things I noticed about her when I was watching her on the show. And even more so when she took that step and she walked away from that negativity, I started to see her light shine even more, meaning that positive side of her that was just waiting to, just come out. Her light was just waiting to come out even more. So I saw those intuitive parts of her a long time ago in when the family was together. And and I see it more and more. She knows when to
Mm-hmm.
address and when to not address. She knows when to get in and when to get out. She understands that. So exactly like Liz said, that's the reason why she's able to flourish and progress. And then when you look at other people's lives, that's why they're not able to flourish and progress because they don't get it. They ain't tapped into their intuitive side, their higher self, their highest being. They haven't tapped into that side. And I mean, I think it's a shame and a pity because again, the out there is too much in your face nowadays for you to say I don't understand, I didn't get it, or I don't know what's going on. And when all you gotta do is listen and close your mouth. Close your mouth. We all heard it growing up. Close your mouth. Listen when grown folks is talking. Close your mouth and listen, and you might learn something. It's not that hard. Royalty take her kids out. Her mom, she doesn't stay in the house. Like, yeah, exactly. He plays games, and all of that stuff stems from that whole. I call it the hermit syndrome. That whole hermit syndrome where you don't want to go out. Though it can be, oh my gosh, it can be so many different reasons why individuals are like that don't go out and experience and socialize. Could be social anxiety. Not know how to communicate out there in, as we say, the real world. A lot of people don't are conditioned to not know how to deal with reality. So the reality can be within an individual's head in their own world, which can be in the house, in front of a game, in front of a TV. You get what I'm saying? So it depends on that person's reality and how they deal with it. Everybody, they don't know how to deal with reality. And that could be the case. I love the way she treats her kids. God bless her and her kids. Good morning, Jay. I think she's learning that she doesn't have to prove herself to anyone. And that's a part of her loving herself, Denise. She loves herself. And when you love yourself, you don't have to prove yourself to nobody. Exactly. And she knows that. She just has to live her life and keep moving forward. Good morning, Lawan. She loves herself. The more and more time goes by, herself even more, and we can see that, like somebody had said in one of her I think it was the live, somebody was saying she's glowing, and yeah, she's happy. The dark cloud is removed, that dark cloud of confusion, and um just confusion goes all around the block, so she doesn't have to go through that and deal with that. Peace of mind, when you got peace of mind and you don't have to worry about what somebody else is doing and when they doing it and how they doing it, and who they doing it with. When you ain't got to worry about none of that, or focus on none of that, or let that even be a part of your life, Chad, I mean, the doors of the windows of opportunity are open from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Okay, it comes from all the elements, earth, wind, fire, and air. It comes from everywhere. It just comes and overtakes you with happiness and joy and prosperity and abundance. That's what she's experiencing, because she's let go of all of that which has held her back physically and mentally. She's removed those mental blockages from her by removing the source of it. And now she can experience what it's like to ascend and enjoy life and experience life. Yeah, she had her dark times where she had to run back and forth to court and everything. But now I'm gonna change my title to Life with Royalty, and she's not living in confusion. It just hit me. How you make up a title and you're like, okay, I think I'm gonna go this direction, but I'm gonna go back and change it because yes, this is definitely, her time. Her time, meaning that she's allowed to enjoy and experience life without somebody creating and causing confusion. She had to go through her dark moments, if you will. Her dark moments meaning the negative side, because remember, we come from darkness. We were created in darkness, so that's a big part of who we are. Darkness creates light. Light doesn't create darkness. So she's now living and enjoying her life the way you're supposed to live it. She's creating her reality. You know, so she's not partaking in any confusion. Um, and she's able to, a sin. When you're not partaking in things that are not of you, that's not going to make you better, you show the universe, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for that which I have manifested and visualizing into this realm. She showed that, so that's why she's experiencing the things that she's experiencing. I remember her story where she said family. So whatever it is, she's been working on is starting to happen. And that's why she can enjoy it in peace and not be in confusion. Good morning, Erica. Now she can enjoy it. Let me read some more of these comments. So yeah, that's important. She definitely loves herself, and she's not letting the hate go. She has had to just move on. If she can have that hate, you can't move on. But she knows she's great. She's enjoying life. Definitely. Definitely. Who is this? Jay? Yeah, definitely Jay. Yeah, she's definitely seeing that. And I mean, she's a pure example. So if we're talking about it's a blessed day. Oh, good morning. Yeah, good morning, Denise. So yeah, I mean, so if we need a reminder, just take a look at everything royalty has been through, everything that she has been through. Was it unfair? Of course it was unfair. It's like, why does a good person have to go through these types of things? Guess what? When you have a special calling on your life, whatever it may be for her, you're going to have some of the hardest tribulations, the hardest times. Thank you, Princess Gunn. You're going to have some of the hardest tribulations, trials, life lessons. Yes, it's unfair. It's like, why? Why do this person have to go through this? Why do good people have the hardest times? Because they have the hardest journey. The reason why they may have the hardest journey, because they're going to be a beacon of light for someone else who needs to see that. It's a lot of people on here that need to see some good things happen out of the storm, coming out of the dark. Who sang that song? Coming out of the dark, I finally see the light. So it's a lot of people who need to see that as an example for their lives, because they don't get it right now, or they're in a place of standstill and they don't know why they keep getting bombarded, keep getting pounded with different things over their head, constant bad things. Again, not all the time is it because something that a person's done. You're going to be tested because your job is going to be bigger than the next person. A lot of people don't know what their path is. You don't know what your path is. So down your path, you got to be strong. You got to be prepared. So before you walk into those doors of whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime, you're going to be tested like a mud here. You're going to seriously be tested like a mud, because the universe got to see, are you ready? Do you really want this? Do you really want this life that you claim that you want? Okay, we're going to go and test you out. That's how it works. It ain't fun. People wonder why me, what's going on. It could definitely be some of those things. Or again, if you out there putting out a lot of confusion, then when confusion come to your life, you ain't even got to ask the question, because you already know. Went through a time period in my life like this, where a man took everything from me and I had to start over with nothing. I hated him for that, but everything was so heavy on me. I realized, yes. And nobody's saying you got to forgive this person to be best friends with them. You forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be in that situation, and you move on. You can make peace with that individual in your mind, and move on with your life. That's all. Nobody's saying you got to make friends with somebody who's hurt you, because I don't believe that. I don't believe you got to make friends and allow that. That's that old religious part that tells you you got to forgive and pray for your enemy. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's the brainwashing part that I don't like about religion. Why would I pray for my enemy? Never. I didn't never feel like that when I was caught up in religion. So y'all know I ain't gonna feel like that now. No, sir. Uh-uh. So, that's just my opinion. Other people may not feel like that, but I ain't gonna never be there, because I don't believe in that. Again, I've taken away the belief systems that I was taught and pushed into my psyche. And now that I'm older and I think for myself, I allow myself to feel things. I don't push feelings back just because it's going to make somebody else feel better. Oh, no, 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 no. That's what we not going to do. And that's what you should not do. If you're not happy with a situation, if somebody has done some things to you, you forgive yourself and you move on and you make peace with the situation. But that don't mean you need to allow that person into your life. Now, if you want to pray for them and this and that, that's fine. Again, it's about your free will what you choose to do, you know. But I will not, for me, allow that religious part of the Bible, which was created by man, the religious part, I will not allow that to dictate what I do and how I do in my life. Because again, that was just another individual who made up some rules on account because they wanted to keep a bunch of people dumbed down and blindfolded. I will not. I will not. Okay. We will not do those things. Okay. We know better. His latest video, you can see the defeat. I saw it, Princess. Let me put my glasses on so I can really see. I saw that. I was wondering if people seen it. I seen it in honey. The eyes is the window to the soul. The eyes are the window to the soul. And I seen it. I said, oh my goodness. You can see where life is hitting. It's hitting you all. I seen that. I was like, it was heavy. It was heavy. And that's why we will get on here and do these videos. You know, a lot of us will get on here and do these videos and be like, you have got to stop this behavior. You've got to stop this madness because we knew where this was going to. We knew what was coming. We knew it. And now, bam, it's here like a snap of the finger, you know? Like I said before, you can't keep doing stuff to people and yeah, he's really been hurt because he can't get those kids back. You can't keep on doing stuff to people and think that your life is gonna be going good. And I know a lot of people was like, what's taking so long? Why it ain't happening yet? Remember, in spirituality in the universe, there is no time realm. Time realm was created by men, or man, excuse me. That was created by man in the universe. There's no time. So we can't say, why is it taking so long? No. When you're manifesting and you're working on producing something, you can't say in your head, I have a time frame for this. That's not how the universe works. You got to remove those restrictions that were placed by man and think of it in a whole different way. Because when you think of it in a whole different way, and whatever it is you're manifesting and visualizing and saying at the same time, I'm grateful and thankful for what hasn't came yet, but you know it's coming. That's when it starts to come. You don't put time constraints on it. Because that's one thing the universe will show you real quick. Baby. We don't move like it. I know what you was taught, but that's not how it works up here. Okay, that ain't how it works. That's not how you manifest. You know. And him putting out all of that negative energy, guess what came back to him? Negative energy. And he's sitting, I seen the defeat in his face. That defeat showed me that he really didn't realize or think that it was going to happen. You know, and that's why I said in this day and time, you've got to learn. You've got to realize, what's in your face. It's too much knowledge out here now for people to say, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't understand. Too much knowledge out here. Too many people teaching on it. Too many people explaining it to you and showing you. So those are not excuses that people can use anymore. So when that dark clouds come and sets in because you've been producing confusion, let me say that, let me be real clear. When that dark cloud comes because you've been producing nothing but confusion, then don't be surprised when that's what you get back. And it's going to be 10 folds, 20 folds, 100 folds, worse than what you thought it was going to be because you were warned many different times by the spiritual realm, but you chose to ignore it. This stuff is real, People can say, I don't believe in this and that and the third, and people can say how they don't believe this, that, and the third, but they ain't gotta believe because it's there. And if people continue on the journey of not heeding to the warnings that the spiritual realm is showing you, then don't get mad when it comes and bites you in the behind, okay? He really regrets losing royalty and the kids, but his narcissistic ways won't let him truly admit and apologize to them. Yep, and that's the first step, as they say in like the AA meetings, acknowledge it, admit it. I've received a great deal of support in this group. I just want to say thank you to all of you. Oh, thank you, Denise. And again, we just here trying to just basically help other people along this journey. It will be unfair to see people going down the wrong path and you can see it, when you have a spiritual eye and you can see the outcome. That's what we was trying to do with CJ. Was trying to get him off that path, get him out of that negative cycle. It was a vicious cycle and it was just spinning like a tornado. You know how a tornado spins? It just kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. And I was like, oh my God, he's so caught up in that whirlwind, that tornado. He doesn't get it. He's so caught up in it that you couldn't pull him out of it if you wanted to. He was too wrapped up in it. And now look what's happening. Look what's happening. When I seen the video and I seen his girlfriend cooking the food and it wasn't all bright and airy in the kitchen. You know how it was all bright and everybody was just smiling and I didn't get that energy. The energy was not there. You know, the energy, it definitely wasn't there, you all. I was like, that energy is gone. I believe I see the proof. It wasn't there. He took all their money. They made, thank you, and even took their bank account. Yep, I remember. I remember all of that. And now look at what's happening. So that's why I said, I seen where Moni said, she let the Lord fight her battles. You ain't got to worry about people. And first he was truly humble himself. Exactly. And I don't even know if he's going to do that. Because pride, that ego gets in the way. And it will hinder you from all your potential in life. You sit up there and you see a lot of people that are getting older and they just sit there and they just wasting away because they didn't take advantage of their opportunities. They could have been some evil individuals in life. And then you wondering what's going on. Why does these people look like this? Because they've been defeated. Life is not easy on them no more. But then you see other people that same age range, they're vibrant, they're flourishing. So it's all about what people choose. It's what you choose. Ain't nobody forcing you to go down that confusion road unless you want to. Ain't nobody forcing you to do that. That's a choice. You got free will. Again, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, the spirit realm itself, it can tell you, show you synchronicities all forever and a day. And then at some point it's going to say, okay, I can't do nothing else. I can't, this person won't listen. I have to let them go and go and experience life and do what they want to do. Same thing like when having kids. When people see their kids going down the wrong path, they can cry till they blue in the face and hope and pray and wish that they're going to do the best. But at the end of the day, it's free will. Everybody is entitled to free will, regardless of what people say, regardless of how much people try to preach to them and talk to them and get them back on that path, get them off that wrong direction. We can just talk till we blue in the face. If people don't listen and they decide to follow their free will of doing it their way and how they want to do it, because you will be stopped to say, okay, this is the wrong way. You on the wrong path, baby. Okay, we all get those warnings and those messages. Pay attention to numerology. You know, the angels, they come to you in so many different ways. I don't know if y'all remember or heard of the archangel, one of the angels, Metatron, and it's supposed to be one of the most powerful angels. Used to be Enoch, and Enoch was the one of the only men that was converted or changed to an angel from humanoid form. And Metatron, or also known as Enoch, is known for reminding you of getting back on that path of being positive. So when you see the numbers 555, it can be a reminder to stop and think, what am I thinking about? It could be a reminder from that angel who keeps the Akashic records, write down everything that you did in your lifetime. And that he's the reminder archangel. Metatron, one of the archangels, excuse me, it's a bunch, but one of the main ones that is said to sit right beside the creator and keeps that Akashic record, and is there to remind you, hey, you getting off the path, get back on that path. You see what I'm saying? Start paying the numerology, you'll start seeing it. And he 10 times out of 10 had his little warnings. He didn't pay attention to it. I don't see how people don't pay attention to numerology, because baby, them numbers is all in your face. You'll see it on license plates, you'll see it on addresses, you'll see it on TV, you'll see it on a clock. My goodness, it hits you in the face everywhere. So I don't see how people don't see numerology signs like that. But yeah, like I said, Metatron is the one who is the reminder to correct your thoughts when you're on a wrong thought in a wrong thought process. He's there to remind you to correct your thoughts, and you can see it in different rays of light: pink, purple, green, blue. When you see like rays of light like that, it's said to be Metatron. So yeah, just keep those things in mind, because now that I mention it 10 times out of 10, you're gonna start seeing it, or you're gonna remember having seen that in the past. Because I was like, oh, I do remember seeing, I've seen it on a movie that I was watching. That dang, I can't remember that movie where it was the Chinese wall, the I don't even know if it was dragons attacking them or what, but inside of their one of their little halls or their little churches, in the ceilings, it was created with that stained glass the stained glass window stuff, and it was the colors of Metatron. So when you start paying attention to the signs and stuff around you, it's plain as day, and it's up to you whether or not you pay attention and take heed. I see numerous numbers all day. It's crazy. Yeah, that those are your angels talking to you, Jade. They talking to you and they sending you messages. They'll send messages that you faith without works is dead. They'll send messages that you're on the right path. Continue along that path. They'll send you messages. Oh, you need to get back. You straying you straying away. Get back. Get back. So they send you reminders. The one I see the most is 111. I say it all the time. Yeah, that's said to be for Metatron. Metatron is the reminder. The ones and then the fives. Those are Metatron. So that's a reminder that change your thoughts. Get back into a positive mindset. Don't forget your focus. Whatever it is, you're focusing on or working on. It's just a reminder. Because again, we're in this human form. And we're going to have experiences that are, going to be human because we're down here living in this world. So the spiritual realm is there to remind us and help correct us and get us back on track. But when people ignore it, we definitely know we can. When people ignore it, I mean, again, it's hard to say nowadays, well, this person, they didn't understand. No, you had the signs. You've had opportunities to learn. This ain't back in 1940s and 50s where we didn't have the technology that we have now, where you can say that I didn't get it, I didn't understand. When he put his dark sunglasses on in his house, you can see the hurt. Exactly. You can hear the hurt in the voice. Yes. Yep. Yep. And the hearts to him, he is truly like the mama. Yeah, people have definitely tried to open their hearts. And also, it's karma spinning a block on him because he did their family so bad. That's why I said life decisions will either make you or break you. That's why I said people because again, people, I saw a lot of people's like, why does he keep living this good life? Why is this and that? I was just sitting back waiting because, well, I ain't gonna say I was sitting back waiting. I was just sitting back watching because I already knew. I'm like, he's doing it all wrong. And the more and more he digs, he was just digging it. He was just digging it, you all, just literally digging it. And I was just shaking my head because I'm like, he don't get it. He chooses to not get it. He chooses to ignore it. And I seen it coming a mile away. I seen it coming. He just should be thankful and grateful every day now that he still is blessed to have what he has, because it could have been a lot worse. And again, I sincerely hope that he gets up every morning and says that he's grateful for what he has. Yes, I made some bad mistakes and some choices, and I need to forgive myself, and I need to ask for forgiveness from the individuals that I hurt, you know, because again, if he forgets those key components when he's in this spot right now, he's not going to get the picture. He's not going to be able to begin to start ascending. He's got a lot to learn. Don't get me wrong, you all. He's in this spot right now. I'm just going to use the phrase, the sunken place. He's in this sunken place right now because he's got to learn. He's got to wake up and he's got to get it. Good morning, Betty. So it's not going to be peaches and cream. No, ma'am. It's not going to be peaches and cream. Just like with Royalty, her lessons that she had to experience, it wasn't peaches and cream. It wasn't a walk in the park, okay? People drug her all up and down Vegas strips, literally, with the things that were being said. But she had to dig into herself and dig into her inner strength and hold on to who she really is and who she know that she really is, and prevail, rise above it all. you know Black women are the strongest women on this planet, okay? The queen, the mother, the one who the pope serves, behind closed doors, but he don't want us to know that. For many, many years, we know it now. He's serving in truth. He don't serve that image that they put over here in the Americas. He doesn't serve that. He serves in truth, okay? Because he know better. You know what I'm saying? So again, royalty, the black woman. So again, royalty had to dig within herself and, you know, tap back into her spiritual side. Cause again, it was so much stuff going on, baby. It'll get you off track, but she got back on track and she stuck with herself, her true self. Your higher self is not gonna lead you wrong down the wrong path. It's gonna remind you get back on track. I'm sure she was seeing all kind of numerology, numbers and stuff. I'm sure she was seeing all kind of synchronicities and stuff to remind her to get back on track. And she paid attention and she listened. Okay. So I'm not surprised at anything that's going on for her now. You know, when you spiritually inclined, intuitive, whatever you want to call it, you got that eye, as they say back in the old days. She got that eye. She got that eye on her. That's what they called it back then. She got that eye. I'm not surprised as to anything that is happening for her, and nor will I be surprised of anything that continues to happen for her. You know, I send prosperity out to her, and her family on a regular basis. You know, and I do that because I want to do that. I want to see her win, and I want to see her to ascend. There's nothing wrong with helping somebody out. You see what I'm saying? Now, will I do that for other people? Will I sit down and physically do that for other people? No, I will not, because that's something I do, because I feel people are deserving of that. That's my way of wanting to give back, and all of that energy, all that extra energy, all that positive support that we send her, through our positive vibrations, all of that stuff. Energy, again, is strong, is powerful. Energy is like casting a spell, okay? When you cast a spell of that magnitude, can you imagine casting a spell of that magnitude of how it's going to help individuals? We do that all the time with her. We send our blessings to her all the time, So, yes, that love and that support, all of that is strictly energy, you know. Let me read some of these comments. Disappointments in life can open a person to unfavorable presences. He moves the energy. Exactly. That's why he's stuck. He moves in the energy of the past. He definitely moves in the energy of the past. And it's no wonder that uh, living in confusion, like Phyllis Hyman said, seemed like she's going through changes, living in confusion, That's why. And she, y'all, these people in Hollywood, they child, again, they know all about what manifestation is. We thinking they're so well, not everybody now. Years ago, we would think that they were so powerful and they had it all, they did it all. Child, they doing it. They took our knowledge that was for us and they use it. But guess what? A lot of us being non-ether beings, having that melanin connecting with the sun, the moon, the elements, earth, wind, fire, and air. That's what makes us a strong, powerful pact of individuals, spiritual beings, because we were created for that. So again, just think when we start doing our own manifestation work, and pulling those things out into the realm, we're way more powerful than the individuals who stole our practices and use them. We're way more powerful. That please understand and know that. They know that, but a lot of us don't know that. So I'm telling you that now. We know that we are stronger and powerful. They know that we are. A lot of us know it now. So don't get it confused. Don't think that, oh, they're there because of this and that, because they had this opportunity, that opportunity. They did the same things that now we're doing ourselves. Okay. We just was sleeping 100,000 years. I'm exaggerating. We were just sleeping 100,000 years and now we waking up. And that's why it's such a fight in the realm to keep us from waking up. Okay. That's the reason why it's such a fight to keep us dumbed down, but it's not happening. Again, like that, like I heard a lot of people saying, this is the age of awakening. This year is the start of waking up and being able to come back into your powers, that you again had before you came down here. So it's again, it's no surprise, it's no wonder when you see people that are on their correct path, they're on their correct journey, they're on the assignment and they're passing those tests. It's no wonder you see people elevating. But when you see people who are constantly putting out confusion and they look like they stuck in time, literally stuck in time, let's keep it real next time. You are at the altar, please send some blessings my way. Oh yeah, I can do that. Today, one of the entities that I work with, certain days you can't you're not supposed to work with them. It's a day of rest, so based on that, I will light candles and burn the candles and everything and burn incense. But certain days, I won't work with certain entities, deities, because you gotta. It's like a day of rest, like basically what I'm trying to say. So yes, I definitely do that. I would definitely do that for you, princess. Um, I'm making a mental note in my head right now, so that's why I'm quiet. So I can make a mental note, and I'm telling my higher self to remind me to say a prayer, do a blessing for you. Yeah, so many different ways you can send out the energy. So many different ways. Don't be trapped into just doing it one way. So many different ways. So when it opens up and it starts coming, then you know you will know the different ways where it comes from. I like doing a whole bunch of different things. I don't know, just I just love it. It just makes me happy, makes me peaceful. So that's why I can't get caught up in the confusion because I like how I feel. I like the way it makes me feel. I like my connection, my relationships, baby. These spirits, honey, they do not play about me because they move, honey. For example, if it's something that I think didn't work out, okay, I know I can give you an example just recently. um you know how you get your house sprayed around it for so you can keep rodents for trying to get in your house, bugs and stuff from the outside. So we had our home rodent proof so they can't get in no ways, no shape, form, or fashion. And we pay good money for that. That stuff ain't cheap. So this company that I had to come out, they spray around the surface of the house once a month. No, was it once a month or once every 90 days? Well, I think it's once every 90 days. And y'all, a lot of these companies will do this. They'll sit here and they'll try to turn back on your service. I called and I was like, hold up, I didn't order this service. I said, I haven't had you all service for such and such time because, I didn't need it. And so then they were like, well, your contract renewed again. I said, what contract? I said, I didn't agree to nothing. Well, it was an automatic renewal. I said, I'm not paying it. And I will be reporting you to CFPB for signing me up for something that I didn't agree to. So they was like, well, we have to get somebody to call you back and determine if they're going to take it out. I said, it don't matter if they don't take it off or not because I'm not paying it. And so then I ain't think nothing about it. I went on about my business. Lady called me back 2 days later. She said, we're gonna take that $98 out and you don't have to pay for it. I said, okay, I appreciate it. And because after I cussed somebody out, I ain't gonna lie, because I cussed. Yeah, again, I'm still a work in progress because I was talking to one representative and she gonna say, well, you need to understand. I said, oh, hold up. I had my girlfriend on the phone listening in. I said, girl, I'm going to click over and call now. I had my girlfriend on the phone. I said, oh, hold up. I cussed her out from north, south, east, and west. And then I said, get your manager right now. And I'm done talking to you. Think you gonna tell me something and you taking my money? No, that's what we will not do. That's when that other side of me comes out real quick, real quick. And you gonna learn today. And so I talked to the other lady. She was very respectful, and I was very respectful. You get out of order, I'm gonna get out of order. And so basically, she took my complaint down and everything, and I still told her the same thing. I'm not paying for nothing because I didn't authorize this. A lot of these companies, they'll do that. Pray for God, everyone involved in this situation. So then, like I said, a few days later and said, we forgiven this. We've taken this off. I said, okay, cool, great. I appreciate it. Honey, those were my spirits that protect me and watch over me. That's just a little example. I have many other examples and everything. Those are my spirits helping me and looking out for my best interests. Was like, we will not play these games. But I got more examples, you all. I definitely have so many, much more. credit cards where I done got apply for, well, I didn't apply, I got offers sitting right now that you already approved, you already approved, just they just got to run your credit score. And me, I ain't done it yet. I get sidetracked and don't do it. So I got all kind of blessings and opportunities coming that are sitting right there. It's just whether or not I want to get on there and accept the other ones. Okay. So like one of my credit cards, I said I want this exact amount. And when I let them do my credit score, I got it. I got it. It was that easy. I got it. I ain't asked for nothing. I said I want this amount. Remember, when you manifest, you don't ask for anything. You don't ask for anything because you are manifesting. You're creating. You call it into your existence. You know, again, all of that saying that we were taught in religion, you got to go pray and ask for it. Again, the deceptive part of it. It was deception geared to keep you off track and keep you away, designed on purpose. You see what I'm saying, guys? So keep that in mind. You don't have to go crying and begging for nothing, okay? That because that ain't how it works. Nothing about the truth. You are telling the truth. Yes, it's exactly how it works. You call it into existence. You don't go asking, please, can I have this and that? No, no, no. You say, I'm grateful and thankful that I already have this. And you continue to visualize and, use your conduits, meaning like your candles. Again, I work with different deities, entities, spirits, which again makes it magnetized even more. Crystals, herbs. I work with those different elements because they all play a role. They're all here to and designed to help you. You just got to call on them and ask for their assistance. Of course, it's a way to do it. Of course, I ain't making it sound easy because it's a way to do it and it's work and it takes time to happen. So yeah, I'm not surprised as to nothing, when things happen. 'Cause I'm like, I deserve this, honey. Shoot, what? I'm supposed to have this. What you talking about? This is how this is supposed to work out, I'm not gonna sit up here and say, oh, I'm surprised in this and that, when somebody has done me wrong or done me dirty, I'm not surprised when they karma come back on them. You don't even know who you messing with, okay? I'm deep into the spiritual realm. So when you thinking you done something to me or you done said something about me, child, you just hurting your own self. Because when that karma rolls back around, that's on you, Because I don't sit out there. The one thing I learned years ago, you don't run to a fight. You don't run to a fight. Never run to a fight. That old saying, you let it come to you. And I'm a firm believer now. I don't run to no fight, you know. So whatever somebody has to say about me or puts out there about me, baby, you just bring the karma back on you. I ain't got to worry about nothing. My life is still moving. I'm still progressing. I'm still ascending. I'd get what I desire because I know I deserved it because I know I'm worthy of it. And these are some of the things you got to understand, guys. You got to know that you're deserving of it because, again, I can make a candle for you and put the herbs in it and conjure spirits in it. You got to believe that you're deserving and worthy, and you got to put in the work. It ain't magic, ain't just like snapping your finger. Yes, I can help you out, but at the same time, you got to understand that I'm deserving, I'm worthy, and you got to be doing the right thing as well. You can't be creating all kind of confusion. That's why I get in and get out. I don't focus on staying in a certain area because I understand that it can affect me spiritually, and there ain't nothing and nobody gonna affect me and mess up me spiritually. That ain't about to happen. That's why I would always say I ain't staying on this CJ stuff and this drama and this nonsense. I ain't staying on that. Because, honey, I got more important things to do, and it don't involve him. Good morning, Indigenous Soldier. I got more important things to do. CJ have the candles from, I seen it. He know what he did wrong and center in his kitchen. I seen that, but them ain't no spell conjure candles here. Ain't them candles ain't gonna do nothing for him. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but them candles are not spelled nor conjured. He ain't got no herbs up in there. He ain't got no spirits, no entities, deities that he's working with. Them candles ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, they ain't gonna do nothing but sit there and burn and look cute. That's about all they gonna do. So and he ain't even there spiritually, you all. He's got to get there spiritually. He's got to get there spiritually first, and he's got to work on himself first and foremost. For he think he gonna form any kind of relationship with any kind of deity. Which I seen a video. I forgot about that when he gonna say somebody done put some voodoo on me. Child, you put it on yourself. Look at what you doing. Like I said, y'all ain't nobody got to say nothing to him or cast no spell on him. He casts his own spells. That's why he's where he's at. He casted those spells out there himself. You know? He talking about people's a witch and this and that. What's wrong with being a witch? Witch means you just knowledgeable, you're more connected to yourself in the spiritual realm. Okay. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't. Some people may, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Because I'm deciding my own destiny and my own fate and how I want things to go. Okay. Instead of letting somebody else dictate and determine how I'm going to live my life. Okay. Just like people do when they in their own religions and whatever, whoever it is that they serve. That's who they want to work with. I decide who I'm gonna work with. I don't let nobody tell me who I'm gonna work with. And to me, for me, religion does that. Religion tells me I gotta work with this deity, this entity, or this spirit. No, I choose who I want to work with and have a relationship with. And based on that and manifest and do my work. Protection spells, all those things. I see people all the time that have issues, but what I'm saying, you can't save the world. People got to learn themselves. And because I can see it, I'm like, okay, if they just do this, just do that, just make a few little positive changes in their lives, this could happen. But your people got their free will. You can't step in to save. You can't save everybody. It's just that simple. And I'm one of them empath type people that I want to help people out. That was one of my weaknesses. I always wanted to help somebody out and stuff. And everybody don't deserve the help. I'm sorry. Everybody don't deserve it. You know, especially when you can see it and I can do this and I can do that and I can help them out a little bit and send that over there for them, send it over there to them. But everybody don't deserve help. I'm sorry. And that's one of the things I had to learn that you can't save everybody. Everybody don't deserve that help. Everybody don't deserve that kind of energy that you can put out there for them. Everybody don't. They have to learn the lesson themselves. You're right. You have to recognize even and or not me response. Yes, everybody don't deserve that. He have them as a reminder of, oh, okay, yeah, he did say that. He did say that. Yeah, he did say that. Exactly what happened to his belief. Thank you. Because first he was hollering about God, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Because remember, he in his old videos, I paid attention. He used to say the most high. Now he's back to God, God, God. You don't even know who you are and who you serve. You see what I'm saying? He got to be 100% concrete in his head of as to who he is and what he's doing with his life and how he wants to live his life. You can't be blowing with the wind, okay? You can't be blowing with the wind. One of those verses in James talks about that in the Bible, talks about that, being going with the wind, being a fly by night type of person. I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact verse. But yeah, you can't be blowing with the wind. 1 minute you this and 1 minute you that. You got to be firm and strong in who you are. And that's why I said you got to know who you are and you got to have that self-love. Because when you don't have that self-love, that's when you invite any and everything into your life and you wonder why things are happening in your life. You fly by night. There are levels to this spiritual show is indigenous soul. That's why I said, it ain't just peaches and cream, where you just do this and do that. No, 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 no. And then some of these spirits entities you work with, like, honey, what? I don't know you. They'll show you too. They'll be like, I don't know you. Or you got to put in, honey, you got to put in some more work. They'll show you. Like, again, one of the ones that I work with, it's so funny because y'all, they will speak to you in different ways, and I just think it's just adorable. Like, I need some water. Where's my water at? Then a video or something pop up and like, oh shoot, let me jump up and get some fresh water for my altar for this particular entity. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot all about it. Let me jump up and get some water and freshen up the altar. Again, some change the water every single day. Light an incense, light a candle. And it's just to acknowledge and show your relationship, to show your love and devotion, your appreciation. Because honey, when you have that relationship and You got that favor, ain't nothing that they won't do to help you and make sure that you fine. And I've seen it in my life. Ain't nothing they won't do to watch out for you and make sure that you're fine. So, and same thing with your ancestors. No, no, not no, not what you say, demons. No, not demons. Same way with your ancestors. Well, sometimes people think that if it's not of the Bible, then it's a demon. Some people think that the um, African powers, some people consider those as demons. Some people would consider that. Oya, she's a warrior. Oya works with, she has the army of the dead. That's what she's known for, is the army of the dead. And baby, she rides. She will ride. Um, and she's very ruthless. So some people will consider that, but I don't consider her as a demon. Shango, very powerful Orisha. He's war. He doesn't play. He protects. A lot of people in Santeria work with him as well. So some people consider things that are outside their knowledge and understanding. They'll consider them demons because that's not what they were taught. They were taught that and entities doesn't mean demons either. You see what I'm saying? So like some people in spirits, some people think that anything that's outside of the realm of Christianity is demonized, and that's the part that we've been brainwashed into believe. Again, we got to go all the way back from our humble beginnings, our ancestor beginnings. These are the deities and entities and that they worked with. That's who they worked with. They worked with herbs and oils and crystals and things like that. They worked with those things, spirits. They worked in the spirit realm. But in this day and time, we've been blinded for many, 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 many years to where we don't recognize it. So you got to tap back in to who you are, truly who you are. And when you start waking up, you'll start seeing and remembering what they call it, that muscle memory, that spiritual memory will start to rise back up and it'll make more sense. Epitome of the word witch is what, thank you. I said that earlier, wise woman. Exactly. A wise woman, a wise woman. That's exactly what it means, a wise woman. Moni, the joke is its own energy he's fighting. Exactly. He's fighting his own energy. No, Moni, you're fine. He's fighting his own energy. And it's backfiring on him. He's using it the wrong way. And you can speak, y'all, so many ways you can manifest. Again, water is energy. Energy, water is flowing, it's constantly moving. So it's energy. You can manifest using water, honey. You can take you a cup of water and speak into it. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you can speak into it because it's energy. It's constantly flowing, constantly moving. Why do you think they say that money is energy? It's constant. You got to keep it flowing. You got to keep it moving. You can't hold on to it and keep a knot on it and don't spend it because guess what? You're going to strangle it. You're not going to allow it to multiply in your life because you're strangling it by holding on to it. Money's meant to flow and meant to move, you know. So it's just so many different ways. Oya and Kalama are similar energies. Yeah, I remember how do you pronounce that? Skamet. But I play Oya music all the time, honey. Here. Oh, she's got it's some YouTube videos with the music where they playing the drums and then they're using God, what's that thing where you hit it and then the bow, singing bow, singing bows emit high frequency. Singing bows reduce negative energies. Negative energies don't like to hear that high pitched sound of the singing bow. When you start spinning and it makes that constant noise, they don't like hearing that negative energy. So that's another way you can keep those energies out of your house, negative energies out of your house. That's another way to bring positive energies to whatever it is you're manifesting, or just to bring that good energy into your home. Good morning, God. Good morning, Michelle Grant. Like thousands fold, exactly. Let it flow for sure. And I'm gonna use the example of CJ when he was holding on to that money and not rightfully helping the family that he once loved and cared about. We can't confirm or deny that now because it doesn't seem that way. The fact that he didn't want to help them out and support them, he was hurting his own self. He was blocking his own blessing because you were holding on to that money for dear life like it was the be all the end all when it should have been the creation in the beginning to more come and to flow. See what I'm saying? You got to let that in it, like Tony Braxton said, let it flow, let it flow. Okay. He didn't want to let it flow. So now he's caused a negative rebound effect of blocking his blessings. So again, he didn't see it. He didn't get the big picture. That's why Royalty was like, that's fine. That's fine. You ain't gotta help me with nothing. Because the same way she got it before is the same way she's getting it now. She's creating it, she's manifesting it again. When you know that you got that power and that energy within you to create and to manifest, like she did, she had to lose everything. And she can get it right back, which is what we're seeing happening. And again, like I said, manifestation universe has no time frame. So people were thinking that, oh my gosh, she's doing so bad. She ain't doing this, she ain't doing that. But what people were negating to understand um, is that universe does not have time. So our time per se, for the ones who don't know better, they thinking that it's doom and gloom. But in reality, which is the universe's time, it's like, oh, okay, we working on it. We sending it down, you know. The powers that be that's manifesting and working on her behalf is sending it down to her. Her own powers is sending it down to her. Her ancestors are sending it down, working, helping behind the scenes. You got to know how this works. And when you understand how this works, people won't be so quick to make ignorant comments. Ignorant meaning you don't know any better. People won't be so, jumping to conclusion, assuming the worst because you can't see past what you seeing. you know, you ain't took that veil off your eyes, so you don't get it. You don't know. You don't understand. And you'll never understand. I love the sound of the singing bowls. Oh my God, exactly. I love it too. I love it too. I got it sitting up there on my altar. And yeah, I got it sitting up there on my altar and everything. So yeah, I ain't played it in a while. Because I'd be too busy, like I said, I have other sounds and sometimes I don't use any sound. I just, go with it myself and meditate and close my eyes on whatever it is that I'm doing. Sometimes I don't use anything. Sometimes my spirit is like, we don't need anything right now. Just you do you. you know what I'm saying? Then sometimes I'm like, let me turn on some music. And, you get the moving when you feel that them drums hitting, baby, and that energy start hitting, chap. Woo. That energy is strong as high. Okay. So yeah. I love coming over to your channel. We talk about the laws of attraction in the universe because when I looked into it, I didn't see a lot of people of our color into this. And exactly right, Jay. It's not a lot of people. Because again, it sounds so foreign because it's so, how can I say this? It's so out of character. Yeah, it's so out of character for us as a people. Because again, when we were raised and born, but born and raised, we automatically came into Christianity. Let me speak for myself. I can't speak for anybody else. Automatically came into Christianity, and that's what I knew until my early 20s. And now don't get me wrong, I had glimpses as a child of things that didn't make sense to me, but did I delve into it? No. But then when I got older, I started paying attention. I started listening to my higher self. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I did listen. And the story goes on and on. Yeah, it's not a lot of people who talk about it, or the ones who do know and talk about it, they don't want to say it. They don't want to express it for fear of people, ridiculing them and talking about them and saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm sure y'all learned one thing about me. If I learned nothing else, I don't care. I don't GAF. I don't. Okay. And I've always been like that. I've never been one of those people who cared about per se if somebody liked me or not. You ain't gotta like me. I used to be one of them people. You ain't gotta like me. And since you don't like me, I'm gonna make sure, and you ain't got no reason to not like me. I'm gonna give you a reason not to. That was my motto. Let me gonna give you a reason not to not like me. Okay, then I feel bad about the whole situation. It, I was one of them people. I still am to an extent, but I try not to be. It's just that other side. That other side it comes out. We all got the other side. So, cause they gave us a book, told us to get on our knees and pray when we open our eyes. They had our land and thank you. That's what they did over there in Africa, you all. Guess what they brought the African people? They brought the book and religion and told them, like indigenous soldiers said, get on your knees and pray. And then they looked around and took everything. Even some of the people took everything. Conned them out of their spot, conned them out of their spot. And that's what's still going on to this day with a lot of people caught up in religion. Nobody's saying you don't open your book, because again, that book was meant to be used in a certain way and not the way that we were taught to use it. Um, and it's important for me in my life to praise in truth, just like the Pope got his behind doing over behind closed doors, praying to the Black Madonna and the child, okay? But yet they sent over here to us, another figure. Look him up, and Caesar Bonjour. They sent him over here to us. And once I learned that, oh my gosh, it blew my mind, you all. I felt so betrayed. I was so angry. How could we fall for that? Why did this happen to us? Why did they do this to us? Why? How? And then I had to get off my soapbox and stop being angry about what happened and be like, okay, you understand now. So now you're gonna do better. When you know better, you do better. So can't nobody trip me up with this stuff no more. Like again, when I was younger and I didn't know, now I know better, I do better. So, when I see videos out there talking about the Lord told me to tell you this, girl, that's your higher self talking to you. That's your higher self. Your higher self talks to you. But we were taught that it was somebody outside of us that was saying this. No, it's you. That's your inner self, your higher self, your higher self telling you and teaching you. But you thinking the power's outside of you. But he's so angry. Yes, I am, Denise. Yeah, and I'm so grateful I held on in this lifetime that I didn't lose all of my memory of who I was because, again, when I see a lot of people who have forgotten who they were spiritually and they've been given opportunities to wake up, they still don't. That is one of the saddest things, to have that part taken away and not be able to connect with that in this lifetime. That's one of the saddest experiences, because again, we're one of the only group of individuals, nationalities that we don't honor our dead. We don't honor our dead. We don't pay homage to our ancestors. People, oh no, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna light a candle to my ancestors and burn some incense or put some food on an altar. My daughter, she had bought me one of them little cake toppers, like a mini cake topper, so I can put some food on a saucer and then cover it up with a glass cake topper, and it doesn't deteriorate. The food doesn't deteriorate or anything. And I can sit that on the altar. I can sit, things that my grandmother liked. My grandmother, she loves sweet, so I can set something sweet on the altar for her. Those are things that you do to honor because they're still there with you. They're just in the spiritual realm now. But we were taught that we're not supposed to do that. And that is such an injustice. That is something that precious that they took away from us because they said it was evil and horrible. But again, every other nationality does it but us. Come on now. You know? Yes, because people think it's bad. Exactly. Come on now. It's how you look at it. You attend spirit. No, not Buddhism. I'm into voodoo more so, Sire, and hoodoo, and a little Santeria. So I'm into what our people were spiritually because we know Santeria comes from voodoo. It's just like it broke off and then went into some other teachings added on to that, which is okay, but again, it still goes back to the original voodoo. So those are the things that I'm into. And just like I said, the knowledge of waking up and be able to share that knowledge with other people, because I do believe that's a part of my calling. No matter how much I try not to be or not to accept it, everything that I did in my life, I can see led up to what some of the things that I'm doing now, teaching. My degree, my undergrad degree is a Bachelor of Science in Sociology. Sociology studies people and the environment and things around them, and then of course counseling is there to help people to realize what they already know, which is within them. Our job is just to help them pull it out, you know. We can help them along the way, but you already know the answer, you know. And then, so again, working, you know, in the school system, working with kids, working with adolescents and stuff, all of that. And, you know, even what I do now, I'm working with people to help people to realize their potential. So it's no wonder how all of it connects and plays a role into the spiritual aspect. Because again, it's all about teaching and helping waking people up. So it's no wonder all of that it's going on now. These babies under the age of 5, yeah, until they get that before going to school. Exactly. A lot of these kids are connected. A lot of younger kids are connected still, because they haven't been tainted yet, you know. Yes, Day of the Dead is all about remembering the dead. Exactly. And I definitely want to go to the Day of Dead. Me and my husband were looking at that. My husband, Sire, my husband, he's been into spirituality, my God, for over 30 years. Um, long before I met him. So yeah, I said I wanted to go down there to the Day of the Dead. I always was intrigued. Didn't know why I was intrigued, but now of course, you know, I know why I was just intrigued. But definitely said I want to go down there to the Day of the Dead. They have it in different countries. So yeah, that's if I don't go this year, I definitely want to go in the coming year to the Day of the Dead. It's remembering the dead, you know? Their spirit's still with us. We just can't see them no more. They ain't in the physical realm. That's all. That's the only difference, you know? That's the only difference. I got a picture of my grandmother sitting up right now, you know? And the other day my husband, he had his candle lit and he had it sitting in front of her picture. So yeah, feed off of us. Yep. People celebrate Halloween not knowing what it truly is. Yep. It's a day, you know, Halloween can be a day where you can also do like energy work as well. They say you shouldn't do manifestation on Halloween because, you know, it's when the veil is lifted and different spirits can come into this realm. Going all the way back to CERN, you know, when they had the eclipse, CERN was opened up and they were open. It was said that they were opening up portals and letting in different entities. So even though people don't want to believe stuff is real, you know, you can tell your mind that until your mind shows you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have those experiences. We all have those experiences. I don't care what people say. That's, you know, and some spirits will make itself more known than others. It's like, okay, you don't see me. I'm great going to try to show you something else to show you that I'm there. They want to be acknowledged. Not all spirits are bad. Yes, you do have some that, you know, ain't welcome. And remember I told you, you get them up out your house and you tell them get the you know what out, you know. When you do a cleanse, when I do a cleanse, I ain't nice and sweet. You know how the Pope walks through holding and praying? Child, you got to be as vicious as they are here. You get your you know what out of here and you cleansing as you doing it and you open them windows and you open them doors and you speak with authority and you speak with power. Okay. All that old watered down peace, love, and hair grease. How is that going to get a demon out? How is that going to get rid of them? No, it's not. But again, that was to reduce our powers. There's power in your words. There's power in the energy that you emit out. There's power in all of it. And like Jay said, it's a lot of, you know, black people that just don't talk about. They're not into that. And I had to say to myself, you know, I don't care what nobody think about me, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, I was like, well, some people may not know how to take it. And I had to say to myself, you know, just talk about it. Just talk about it. You can't worry about what somebody thinks. You see what I'm saying? And unbeknownst to me, you know, I was surprised that more people were interested than I would have thought. Because again, black people we just ain't into that type of stuff. We ain't into that type of stuff, you know. But that's just my way of life now, okay? That's my way of life, and that's a part of me. And you know, if you want to connect that in a religious sense, that's my religion, you know, for people to kind of understand it better. That's my religion. I don't knock nobody for their religion. I respect other people's religion. I was once, you know, into Christianity. I don't believe in religion now. You know, again, with the Bible, I still work with the Bible, with Psalms, you know, and other books to this day. Psalms being one of the most powerful ones. You know, again, like a lot of our ancestors when they were in slavery, for the ones that was in slavery, when they were in slavery, they would take the Catholic deities and they would put the Orishas and the other deities that they work with, they would put that behind the Catholic deities. So the slave master thought that they were serving, you know, specific deities related to Catholicism, but they were not. They were really working with and praying to their deities that they had from the homeland. See what I'm saying? So don't get it fooled and get it twisted. That's what they were really doing to protect themselves, you know. But they couldn't let the slave masters know that. So they still incorporated, they still carried it over. It didn't die out in Africa, you know, it didn't die out in those places. It died out when a lot of, I don't want to say it died out because it's coming back. A lot of people started conforming to, you know, the ways of what the masses do now, you know. One thing that I respect about Islam is that they don't conform, you know. That's one religion that doesn't conform. They don't care that don't nobody like what they got to say or how they say it. And they don't conform. And I respect that, you know. They stand true to who they are. Just like I'm standing true to who I am. And just like people who are true to, you know, whatever religion that they're in, Christianity. You know, if you're going to ride, you're going to ride, okay? And that's one thing about us Sagittarius. We riders. We will ride. If we ride for something, we gonna ride 100%. It ain't no doubt about that. So it's again, nobody is wanting anybody to do something that they don't want to do. Also, the system is quick to diagnose our kids. Thank you. Oh, I was just talking about that with one of my friends, one of my girlfriends. She was telling me the same thing. One of the things we learned in the counseling program is you do not want to be quick to diagnose, especially black kids. You don't want to be so quick to diagnose them with behavior issues because the next thing that comes along is they're going to do an assessment and based on this behavior log that was kept on this child being a child. Yeah, they act up sometimes, but being a child, that doesn't make them a horrible person. That doesn't make them sick in the head. They do this assessment based on all these behavior issues that this child has had, and then they label them, oh, they have this issue, that issue, and then guess what? They numb them with medicine, and then they walking around like zombies. Yes, yes. That's very, very true, Indigenous soldier. So you got to see the mind games, the manipulation that's going on. And a lot of these children that are born now, they're more ascended than we were when we were born. They're already coming in with remembrance of a lot of the knowledge that we had to wake back up into 20 years later being here. A lot of them carry that into this realm being born now. Why you think these kids is moving so quick, walking so quick, talking so quick, and expressing themselves and remembering things that you like, what in the world? How are they remembering this? Because they're coming into this lifetime in remembrance of a lot. And they don't want that. The powers that be that want to keep us dumbed down, that don't want us to wake up and have this great awakening. They don't want that. So the goal is we're gonna start hitting with all these different shots. So let's not talk about that. These different shots and we don't know what's in this stuff. That's why I didn't get COVID shot. I said, you will not. I will not. I said, I'm not injecting myself with that. People were losing jobs because they wouldn't inject themselves with that. You know? I was like, I'm not injecting. I know a whole lot of people. Oh my gosh. And let's not talk about the people that got the shots. And why you think, this is my opinion, I can't confirm nor deny. Why you think all these young athletes are passing now? Because they done got this stupid shot and now the effects are starting to take place. You know, it's been said, we can't confirm nor deny, that those shots were used to shorten the lifespan. And you start seeing people just falling off like flies in their 20s and carrying on. It's like, what in the world? I ain't taking a shot. I said I will not. I will not. They know what's in it, but I don't know what's in it, you know? And every time you turn around, you need to take this medicine if you having these symptoms or that symptom. Really? Every time you turn around, all this stuff is designed to genetically modify who we really are as a people, spiritually as individuals that can connect, manifest. All of that stuff is genetically modified to change our structural DNA to dumb us down and put us back into a deep sleep. It ain't happening. It's happening with some, but again, that spirit realm is too strong. It's not going to allow it to, you know. Every dog has its day. So everything that has been done, it's ending. You know, it's ending because too many people are waking up. It doesn't work anymore. You can't brainwash people anymore. You can't teach the same nonsense that you taught 40 years ago go and expect it to work because it's not working anymore. Sometimes they're extremely spiritually gifted. Thank you. And that's another thing with mental illness. That's another thing. I'm glad that you said it, Indigenous Soldier. A lot of people, when they say they hear voices and then they put them on medication. Once I got older and I started waking back up and realizing my powers and things that I carried over from other lifetimes, you know, I was like, oh my God, a lot of those people that were medicated, that were given that electroshock magnetic therapy that they give you in a psych hospital. I forgot what it's called. Nothing was wrong with them, you all. They were spiritually gifted and they were talking about it in a time that wasn't acceptable. And they gave them medicine and shot them up and did electroshock therapy and it just fried the brains. Oh my God, it's so sad when you think about it. You think about it, so freaking sad because that's what was going on. I am not negating that mental issue is not real. Yeah, it can be real. It's definitely real, but to the extent of what they're saying it is, you see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to that mental illness where you see people going out there unaliving people out there in the streets, and you like, what would possess somebody to do this type of stuff? To me, those are soulless individuals. That's just a bodysuit with an entity in it, a negative entity in it. I don't believe there's a soul that exists. Because there are things that are walking on this earth that are like that. They ain't got no soul inside of them. It's just an entity inside of a human suit. Okay, that's what that is. When you see these heinous crimes, individuals being unalive, and you like, what would possess somebody to do that? Exactly, possess, because that's what's up in him. An entity. Ain't no soul up in there. Ain't no soul up in there, and a man in the moon. Here, cancer is not something in my family and friend circle. I have family members and friends being diagnosed. Yeah, yeah, I believe it too. Yeah, because that shot, mm-mm. When they started coming out and talking about how urgent it was to get it when COVID happened, I'm like, BS, BS. You ain't gonna. I know people who have had that, who had that. One person that I knew that I had worked with, they had to have. They wound up having a complete blockage and was at the verge of having surgery and everything, and they were blocked all the way through. Blocked all the way through. Can you imagine that? And you steady up and walking around. They was definitely connected. I mean, protected and divinely protected. Definitely that. And they had the shot. Had the shot. And then, it's different people that I know that have had family members that have had, unfortunate incidents and they believe that it was connected to the shot. So I wasn't taking nowhere here because I was like, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it because why? Because I didn't feel right about it. And two, I was like, I'm going to, my spirit realm, my strength and my spirit realm that I work with and ask for assistance and guidance for it. I don't have to worry about going through that. And I didn't have to. And I'm glad that I didn't. My husband, he didn't do the shot either. Again, take it. You know what I'm saying? I knew he wasn't going to take it. But yes, a lot of people that did take it. Uh, I got family members that took it and they had issues. They really did. They had issues. Granted, I did like some spell work and working with spirits and asking for, the protection. Yes, they still have issues, but they still here, because a lot of people that got taken out by this stuff. I mean, if people was dropping like flies, you know. So yeah, the MK Ultra experience when the exactly shocking gave LSD to normal healthy individuals. Yeah, and let's not talk about the syphilis thing that they did to the black men. The what is it? The Tuskegee uh Airmen Institute, all of that. You know, when they gave them syphilis because it was an experiment. The atrocious things that have been done to dumb down our people, injecting with heinous diseases. But then you wonder why they out here running amok and acting crazy and doing things that, hey, Cap, you running why they out here acting amok and, just doing crazy stuff. Look what's in the DNA that's being passed down. I mean, what can you expect? What can you expect? Sad. But yeah, you also back to what Jay was saying. Jay was saying, yeah, our people, we don't We don't like to delve in certain things because it's spooky. It is taboo, taboo. Anything outside of the norm of what we were taught and raised in by grandparents and moms and dads, just CIA, CIA. Ooh, that's a whole nother story, Indigenous soldier. That's a whole nother story. Woo, CIA. But yeah, everything that we was taught was, outside of what we were raised to believe and being, it's wrong. It's not acceptable. And I've always been considered, one of them people that thought that what was normally accepted. I'm like, well, why that is? Why is this that way? Why do I gotta accept this? Like a time when YouTube said, watch your language and this and that. Who you? Who is you? Meaning because you say that a curse word is considered vulgar. Well, I don't consider it that. That's what you put on that. You get what I'm saying, guys? You see how people put titles and put things on and they want you to conform in it. And if, now granted, I know that, I'm on their form. So, granted, I watch certain things that I say and how I say it. I get that. I understand that. But that's my whole point of saying brainwashing. I'll let that cycle of brainwashing. I'll let how when you hear people say, "Oh, this person got mental illness. Mental illness is real, and everything ain't mental illness." When somebody out there just acting a donkey, everything is not mental illness. When people be hollering about that they depressed, everything is not mental illness. Let me just say that it's not. Again, they put coined that term, mental illness for everything. We can't put that on everything. Don't you allow yourself to put that on everything. Quit conforming to what everybody else wants you to do, think, and believe and feel. Quit conforming to that. Start using your own psyche and your own thinking. Put your own thinking caps on and think about the situation. I've never been one of them people to just run with it just because somebody else said it. Somebody else said it, and I'm just going to go with it. This is mental illness. This is mental illness. No, this is somebody who just out of order and they need to get their behind in order. How about that? I'm not gonna make excuses. And to me, because sometimes, when people label certain things as certain situations, to me, that's just making an excuse for somebody to do whatever it is they want to do. Well, I ain't got to worry about nothing happening to me because I'm this. You see what I'm saying? No, I don't make excuses. I don't believe in doing that. I.e., going all the way back to the CJ situation. We can say again his childhood was, traumatic in his eyes, according to what he said. I'm just going what he said. But now that you're an adult, we can't keep on using that, honey. We can't keep using your childhood as the reason you are the way you are. Because again, it's too many opportunities for you to learn and grow up and open your eyes. You chose not to. So we can't keep coddling you and saying because of your childhood. So you get what I'm saying when I say that we can't keep making excuses for people? That's what I mean by that. We can't make excuses. We can't make excuses for our own selves. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that because of this and that happened in my life, or because they won't give me an opportunity. You create the opportunity. You make the opportunity. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. We know that. Ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing. You got to know that you deserve it and you worthy and you created yourself. Nobody's gonna hand you anything in this day and time. Okay? They ain't never gave it to you, so why would they start? You see what I'm saying? But I will say, I was watching something on TV last night. Do you all notice that in a lot of these commercials, they're promoting more of, uh, what can I say, interracial relationships? And somebody's theory behind that was because of the sun. And the sun is more conducive to melanated individuals. And this individual is saying that as time goes by, it's going to be hard for people that don't have melanin in their skin to be able to survive. So that's why they're promoting that. I was like, oh, that's an interesting thought. I had never looked at it like that. So, again, some of the things that you see in front of you, look past it and kind of pay attention, dissect it. I say that no qualified mental health practitioner would deal with CJ unless they themselves have a premium health coverage for themselves. Yes, because yes, Indigenous soldier. When I would do videos and stuff, I'd be like, I gotta take a step back because this is too taxing on me. I could start feeling it weigh me down. And I was like, it's that energy's not getting into my spirit. No, I wasn't gonna allow it to. That's why I would pull back from it and That's why I took a different stance on addressing and talking about some of his issues and hoping that he can see another side and be able to become more positive. I want to take a different stance on it because I was like, it's the other way, it's too much. It's too much. And I could feel myself allowing it to affect me not knowing, at first. And I was like, oh, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You gotta get this stuff out of you. You can't let this stuff attach to you. This is not your life. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you getting on her talking about it all the time in this negative sense, it can attach to me. And when I started paying more attention to that, I was like, nah, let me back up. Because it was too heavy. Once you do a video and talk about it, and then you get off and you just feel heavy. Mm-mm. That's why I would say, I ain't spending my energy on him. Child, please. No. So that's why I'm hitting it from a different standpoint. Uh, hey, everybody. Hey, Black Beauty. Yes. Yes, like you said, that they definitely have to have some kind of premium insurance because they're going to need counseling after. It's not funny. But you're going to need counseling after you dealing with when you dealing with that because, child, and in my opinion, that's a crime, baby. Anyone can say meds. Yes. And in my opinion, somebody with that type of energy and trying to work with somebody like that, child, ain't no telling what kind of entities is up inside of him. And I ain't even saying this to be mean or nothing. I'm just speaking the honest truth. Ain't no telling what kind of entities he got up in him and how many he got up in him, okay? He probably, I'm being funny now, but he probably would need a true exorcism, okay? Cause child, they festering and they just whooping him down, wearing him down. Cause that's what happens when they get inside of individuals. They just wear them out, and you can see it in his eyes. Like somebody said early on in their life, you can see the defeat because they wearing him out, y'all, wearing his behind out, and he don't even know it. That's the sad part. He doesn't even know it that they wearing him out and they just steady feeding off of him. He needs a good salt water flush out. He needs a bunch, yes. He needs some spiritual cleansing baths. Okay. He needs some help, like I said, from the spirit realm. He needs all of that. Ooh. And he needs some deep healing. Y'all, he need to do some shadow work. He need to do all of that type of stuff. Because he's got to be able to get that up out of him and off of him. And it's gonna be a fight because they just been festering in there for a while and they've been able to do whatever they want. Somebody said there's two. How you know it's two? And they've been able to do whatever they want. So you think they're gonna be leaving willingly? No, it's gonna be a fight, okay? Y'all remember that movie We Are Legion, okay? That stuff is very real. I bet if somebody did some channeling and try to speak to what's in him, I believe that they will hear something coming through. I really do. No jokes aside, I ain't even trying to be funny right now. I know I be joking and throwing in jokes here and there. I believe it's a couple up in him. We is legion. It's a couple of them up in him, and they ain't leaving easy. It's gonna be a fight. Okay. And he always running. He's always running, meaning he's going from this place to next place and always moving. He's running from what's going on, what's in him. You can't run from him. Ain't moving to another house ain't gonna change it. They're gonna follow right there with you because they with you. They're attached to you. They're attached to you. When you on that low vibration frequency, they running. They like, oh, we can see it. They running to you because that's what they want. They want to live through you, through your eyes. They want to live through your eyes and experience life through your eyes at the same time, wreaking havoc on you, you know, at that stage of existence. Oh, okay. Oh, heck no. I won't even pray for that. You said you won't even pray. Because it's a bunch of them. Yeah, it is indigenous soldier. It is. It really is. And it's sad. Don't get me wrong. It's sad. Um, because it's one show. I need to see if I can still get it because I didn't get y'all like around Thanksgiving time when they be having a Black Friday sale. Hulu be having that sale. Hulu be having that sale on their channels, and I usually get it. This time I didn't get it because the last time I got it, them fools they snuck and was charging me full price. So I was like, I'm not getting it again this year, and I'm kind of mad because I used to love watching that show, A Haunting. Oh God, I love those types of shows, you all, where they do the reenactment of people who had stuff going on in their house, and then they'll have the narrator narrating it. Oh my God, I could watch it from sun up to sundown, and I did, and I have. So I need to find out what other channel I can watch it on and watch them again. Because even though I don't watch every last one of them, I watch them all over again like I ain't never seen them. That's the type of stuff I do. And my daughter, she the same way. What her fiance say? He said, if it ain't something bloody and gory and people in the movie just being chopped up, she don't want to watch it. I said she must have got that on me. Cause I love stuff like that. I love anything dealing with, like I said, conjuring and spirits and stuff like that. I love stuff like that because it don't scare me, you know. And when you understand it, it don't bother you. You know what I'm saying? Now they have the little moments where they throw something at you in your face and you jump. You're like, what in the world? But I love it. You know, the first time I saw CJ cry, I seen disagreeable attachments on him. Mm. What you seen it in the face, girl? You seen it in the face and the spirit? Mm. Yep. That old shape shifting type of stuff. I ain't seen that. But yeah, that old shape shifting type of stuff, that stuff is real. You know? Shape shifters. They can when a person's in whatever it is that they're doing, you know, you can't see that. I've seen videos of that where you can see, you be like, oh my God, you can see like little shiftings of whatever it is that's inside of them. But no, I haven't seen it with CJ. But now I don't doubt what you're saying is true. Cause he's definitely got some of them in him, you know? And child, he would need to go, like I said, and have some he would be better. I ain't saying that one person can't do it. They have to, you know, have deep experience in that type of work and work with him to get him out. And he gonna pay out of his pocket because that stuff ain't cheap. It ain't cheap to work with him. Because again, when you working with helping somebody and these negative entities and stuff, you gotta make sure that they don't try to come and attach to you when you working with him, trying to help him. Because they gonna be mad at you because you coming and trying to help. Okay. I don't care how spiritual you are or how up the ranks, they gonna still try to come for you because you trying to help him. So trust and believe that he will have to pay for that. He had to pay somebody some serious money for that because they gonna charge at the wazoo for that. Because they not going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Very strong. I know there are people that work that kind of energy and love it. How attaches the issues. Yeah, how attaches it. Yeah, exactly. They love working with those types of energy. I don't know, it's just a fascination, y'all. I'm just, you know, for people who may not understand it, please forgive me. It's just it's a fascination. I've always been fascinated with that realm, and now I know why. But yeah, watching and seeing how they enter into the individuals and how they attach on and what they do in the individuals' lives. I like understanding those things. I like learning those things and knowing those things, you know. Because it's important to know that. You know, you gotta know what you're dealing with out here in this realm, you know? Again, what I'm seeing right now, I'm looking at the refrigerator right now. I got to be able to see past that realm because there's something past that. It ain't what I just see, what I'm sitting here looking at physically right now. It's more to that. It's more to that than what meets the eye is what I'm trying to say. And we got to be aware of that. We got to know that. The last thing you should want to do is just live in your bubble, your own bubble, because outside of that bubble exists something totally different. So it's important to be aware of those types of things. So when you have those encounters, you know what it is. Although a lot of times we know what it is, but sometimes it can sneak up on you and you don't even know it. And you be like, oh my God. In some cases, it can kill the person to separate. Exactly. Exactly, Denise. That's why I said he has to have somebody that does that specific type of work because exactly it can unalive that person. And then the person who's working, they got to make sure that they're protected and have all of their ducks in a row, if you will. Yeah. Because I used to sit back and watch his videos and I couldn't understand how yes, we all got a side to us, but to be malicious intentionally when somebody's not done anything to you, that's a whole nother level, you know? I can understand a person reacting because somebody's done something to them. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I understand that. But when somebody who's done nothing but be good to you and love you and try to do their best to take care of you and take care of your needs and your interests, and then they just get slapped all upside the head, you know, metaphorically speaking, I just couldn't understand that. But there's people out there like it. Like in that show, A Haunting, there's real evil in this world. That's how it starts out. There's real evil, you know. And I, like I said, I have to light my little incense and do a cleansing and stuff while I'm watching it. Because again, those are negative types of things, but I like watching it. Let me just say that I like watching it. That's my dark side. And the dark side is not bad. That's not again, dark side is not bad. That's where we came from. So dark energy, it's all about how you use the dark energy. You use your dark energy for badness, then again, that's a whole nother story. That level of lust energy he has is not normal. It's not. It's not. Thank you. It's not. I mean, he living a real life incubus succubus spirits. Is that what's attached? Some of the ones that's attached to him. He's living it out in real life. Embrace your shadow, definitely. Embrace your shadow. How they say, don't go to the dark, go to the light side. And like I was saying earlier, the dark side is where we came from. We were created from dark energy, dark. When you were born into this world, before you were born into this world, where you think you was at in your mama's womb, where it was pitch black, but you felt safe and warm and at peace. Once we came into this world of light, that's when, some people can say all hell broke loose. HELL, the fiery place. That's some people can say that. But then that's when you have to wake up and realize who you are as individuals and connect back to your true essence. So, but yeah, y'all, like I said, black people, I'm glad that Jade said that because black people don't really talk about these types of things. It's taboo, it's scary, it's unacceptable. Oh my God, how dare you? That's the devil. What devil? Okay. Okay. There's so many different terms and ways we can look at the devil. And then the devil form that we were taught to believe that exists. The devil was an angel and it didn't look like what we were taught to believe it to look as. You see what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So these horns with the fiery flames and stuff, you know. I can't remember what books. I just saw it recently where somebody was talking about it in a video and they were describing what the Lucifer really looked like. So yeah, just basically go back and remind yourselves of some of the things that you've heard and you kind of passed it by because at the time you really wasn't paying attention. Go back and research those things and you're gonna start learning a whole lot of things that we were deceived on. The first black hole we experience in the physical is the birth. Thank you. That's the first darkness that we experience is, in the mom's womb, in our mom's womb. And again, we choose our parents when we come here. Is anybody aware of that? We chose the family, the birth canal that we wanted to go through. We picked our own parents. So whether it be good or bad, that's who we picked to start our journey in this world, in this realm. So none of this is coincident. None of it. All of this was strictly crafted and detailed. But when we came back here, we went into a slumber because we agreed to, and it's up to that person whether they want to wake back up. So yeah, the beauty is truly in the beginning, which is the darkness. But again, we were told that dark is bad, black is horrible. That was again just to throw us off track. Lucifer is the goddess of the planet. Oh, I gotta read up on that. I gotta read up on that because Venus is a planet of love. Um, and of course, you are when you dealing with Solomon seals. Certain days you work with the planets for different things. So each planet, Jupiter, we know Jupiter works with money. Jupiter is the god of money, so you work with him on Thursdays. Venus, I believe it's Friday. Saturn, which is Saturday. Saturn is you can use that for protection, energy. You can use that for working, with uncovering things about yourself, helping you to become a better person. The planet Saturn, many times. At night too, especially at night. Sunday, oh goodness, let me remember. Because those are the ones I mainly work with. I think Wednesday's Mercury. Sunday's the sun, working with sun energy. I don't know why I thought forgot about that quick. And the list goes on and on. So all of this again is very structured and detailed. Numerology. Certain days at a time. When you work with Solomon seals, it's certain days at a time you work with Solomon seals. 1 o'clock, 6 a.m. or 8 p.m. certain times. So when you manifest and it gets real deep, very, 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 very deep. Why do you think these elites, why do you think they have these ritual ceremonies and they do certain things at certain times? Because they understand that. We're just now waking back up and understanding that. So now once we're tapping back in, we using the same things that they're doing, which is really our craft, okay? And now we're doing it rightfully and we have more power in manifesting, okay? So that's all basically. Just like thank you, Lilith. Yes, I'm very familiar with Lilith. They definitely demonized Lilith, you all. Lilith was the first wife of Adam. She was the first wife of Adam, and she didn't conform. She didn't want to conform. She knew who she was, and she knew her powers. Adam wanted her to be up under him, and she refused to. And she was cast out. And she was cast out, and now the church views her as a demon, but Lilith was a very strong goddess energy. She's the one who gives you that strength, that courage to speak up and speak out and don't be afraid. She's also protection. She can be very vicious if she needs to be, but they demonize Lilith for the fact that she went against the grain. She didn't want to go along with the whole thing of being under a man. You see what I'm saying? She knew her place. She knew her role. She didn't conform, and for that, she was punished for that reason. Very familiar with Lilith, Indigenous Soldier. Very familiar with her. Very familiar with her. And yes, they have depictions of her that she looks scary to people and she looks mean and she looks evil. Yeah. I'm sure anybody that's not familiar with her, don't understand her, that will see her, they're gonna be afraid, like, oh my God, oh, how dare people, blah blah blah. Yeah, of course people gonna be afraid because she looks like a demon. That's how they depicted her, as a demon. But again, that was the farthest thing from the truth. She knew her place, her rightful place, which is the queen, and she didn't conform and she didn't stay under the man, which is how this society wants us to be, which is to stay under the man, when in fact it's the opposite. Again, the man was here to protect the woman. But those are some of the things that you can research yourself. Again, I'm just planting a seed. You all can research it and go from there. Indigenous Soldier, he is being food, and the entity is out of control, out of order. Yes, definitely out of order. Oh, good. I'm glad you put the Indigenous Soldier. Sundays, the sun. Monday is the moon. I love moon energy, you all. Y'all know that. Tuesday is Mars. Wednesday is Mercury. Jupiter is Thursday. Friday is Venus. And Saturday is Saturn. So, yes. Thank you for putting that in the soldier. And that's when you're working with Solomon Seals. Solomon Seals, he worked with angels and demons. Solomon had the grimoire, which are those demons. I think it's like, don't quote me, it's over 50 something. And he had them in like a bottle, I guess you could say. Sort of like a genie bottle. I'm just saying that to make it more relatable. But he called them and used them for whatever he wanted. He commanded them. So when I say you got power over those types of things, you do. You do. But you just have to know how to work with them and how to use them for whatever it is that you want to use them for. But y'all, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna let me turn this TV down. I'm sitting here. I'm not gonna hold you. I just want to get on here and, like I said, holler at y'all for a little bit. And of course, we got more in depth. And I'm so glad that Indigenous Soldier jumped on here, because Indigenous Soldier helps me remember certain things that I may not have thought about at the time, and then says some things that I may not have heard about. And for example, the Lilith story. Yes, I'm very familiar with that. So thank you for bringing that to the forefront. And then, of course, Solomon Seals. Working with the Solomon seals. You got to consecrate the seal when you work with it. Certain ways that you consecrate it, and then you do your you can use your candle work with that, and the herbs and everything. It's so many different ways to manifest that we as a people have been doing for eons. And I'm glad that it's coming out. I'm glad that people are waking up. I'm glad that people are learning and connecting back. That makes me happy when I see people connecting back and we're getting our power back. So to me, that's what's number one, is waking up and getting our power back, and not allowing somebody else to influence our thinking and our ways of being. That's what's important to me in this day and time, is that the more people that wakes up and connects back to their true power, the more we're going to be able to ascend, because the whole point of us being down here is to learn and ascend and to help other people to learn and ascend in the process in any way that we can. So with that being said, stay on your journey. If you're not on your journey, get on your journey, and begin manifesting and begin ascending. It's all about ascending and reaching your highest potential and your highest power while helping build other people up, and helping them get on board as well. That's what it's about. So y'all have a great day, and of course, I'll be back soon, another time with another video, and we'll probably be talking about something similar, tying it into situations that are going on now. So I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. What Denise say? Let me read that real quick. Oh yeah, he has been food and the entity is out of order. Yeah, baby, they is wreaking havoc, child. I hope he can wake up and see it before it's too late. Oh shit, can I get off? Okay, here it is.